Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Of course, this is your first time because this is my first vlog on this channel. And in case you're wondering the face behind the camera, don't bother your pretty head, okay? Just listen to my message and hopefully we can get started on the rightful note, okay? So today will just be my intro on what my channel is going to be like. And for those that don't know yet, I'm into lifestyle vlogging and I have focusing more on women and our affair, because at the end of the day the world is full of women and all, and sometimes I feel like our gender most of the times are quite neglected or expected to have both the masculine qualities and the feminine qualities, which is expected. We're supposed to balance it, but it shouldn't be your everyday requirement for life. And I'm here to help women out there who are still going through their healing, who are still working, to let them know that they're not alone, okay? We plenty for this table, okay? We are doing it, we're working it, and I'm going to also not just tell you what to do, what not to do, because enough of the word telling us what to do and what not to do, okay? But also guidance and steps to help you, practical steps to help you. And I'm cognizant that a lot of people, due to the environment, background, and experience, tend to see the world a little bit different. And understanding that, I also employ people to be real with themselves, because at the end of the day we have battled with a whole lot of repression, and finding a safe haven to pour everything out, love yourself, give yourself the rightful amount of love you need to grow, because at the end of the day love is like watering to our emotion. It's like you don't have to get that love from outside being. You all the love you need first of all begins with you. And I believe, and this is real, in order for you to attract the purest and abundance of love, you have to be the love yourself. You have to pour in that love yourself, because at the end of the day, I'm not saying you won't find people who will love you more than yourself, but then again, that shouldn't be the goal, because life happens. What happens if the person is not there? What are you going to do? Start from square one? And it's not always easy. So I think basically this channel will be about accountability and taking responsibility, and especially black women, how to love right. And I know trauma bonding is one thing big in our community, and all the diaspora, Nigeria here, America, anywhere you find yourself in our community is saved inside us, within us, that struggle of trauma, bounding in trauma, relationship based out of trauma bonding. And the cycle keep on repeating itself. And if you are on this channel, because for those who keep on visiting this channel, you are those who are serious on healing pro- properly, and taking the bold step to also love themselves, because it's really a bold step. The voices, the media is almost as if they set us up for failure, the criticism, the competition, both from within ourselves, from our family, all those things. So I wouldn't call this a level up. Is a level up, okay, but I wouldn't just call it level up, because nowadays the level up have been used loosely. And so, whatever you take it is just a journey of evolution and finding yourself, being authentic to yourself, and also healing from all childhood trauma, and being your feminine self and radiating with love and abundance. And you also know, to get to that stop, it has to be a lot of healing. So, I'll give a disclaimer here, because First of all, you have to understand that I'm a non-judgmental person. I'm the last person to judge anyone because I am an underdog, and you have to, sometimes you need to get a lot of scar to understand that life sometimes is, there's more to life than meet the eye. So you just have to bear with me. I might come off brutal. You have to understand, please. It's just, I just need some things to be spoken because I won't come here and, you know, try to shy away from some discussions. No, I'm going to bring it real here, real enough. Okay, so one thing I can guarantee is that this channel will be quite therapeutic. It will be quite therapeutic. So bring all yourself, and you're welcome here. This is a safe haven for healing, for evolving, and for also for hypergamy. Okay, everything that makes us women, everything that makes us evolve. All right. So, but quickly, I want to touch on forgiveness since this is my first vlog. And a lot of times when we talk of forgiveness, we think about people who has wronged us. We think about things. In fact, I'm sure this word forgiveness kind of triggered you, took you down memory lane to some things. Maybe you had a bad day and you're finding it so difficult to forgive. One thing you have to realize is that forgiveness is very selfish. It's not selfless at all. Okay? It's very selfish because here's the thing, once you're holding someone in your mind, you drag yourself down. Your world revolves around this person. Okay? And coupled with anxiety, it depends on the circumstances that brought about the person angering you or pissing you off. It depends, it varies, anyways. So sometimes just forgiveness has to do with you forgiving yourself first. Because sometimes I've come to realize that at a point in my life, it was easier for me to forgive someone than to forgive myself. I was that hard on myself. And understanding things now, I've realized that I'm not the only guilty one. In fact, a lot of women are this guilty. They are always hard on themselves. Okay, that's because we are not taught better. We are taught to always hold the standard. The standard keep on shifting. It keep on shifting. That's the most confusing and painful thing about it. We expected to give and give and not to expect any in return. We expected to be the ride or die. We expected to be the good person, the virtuous one. And it's always complicated because it's like, do you want us to be a whole? Do you want us to be virtuous? Do you want us to be standoffish? Do you want us to be boring? Or you just want us to encompass your various feelings that serve your selfishness and do not benefit us in return? Or it could just be you're also confused. So it keeps on shifting. And the continuous giving out is not the problem. The main big issue is this. When you keep on giving out to the sources that don't appreciate you, and you feed into the anxiety, you buy into it, you're fear bombed, you know, fear mongers, they feed you to things that make you, want to settle. You read everywhere, it's almost as if the world is set up against you. So you keep on giving just to make you feel like you're doing something, just to hoping you're appreciated finally. And you're not, nothing is being poured into you. Okay, the glass keep getting empty, the glass keep getting empty until one day you're fed up. When you start shouting, when you start demanding for your respect, for your due, for what you deserve, for putting in your time, your beauty, your resources, your soul, and your creativity, for putting in everything. Once you start demanding for all those things, like reciprocate back, it's almost like there's nothing there. And your glass is empty, you can't even pour from yourself. So this channel is for healing. Okay, forgive yourself sometimes for just letting things pass you by, for just letting yourself go. and allowing yourself to be preyed on. You have to forgive yourself. Because if you don't forgive yourself, how will you move from here to here? And if you have not worked on yourself very well, if you have not worked on yourself, broken generational curse, you're bound to bring this to your other relationship, and you might not hear yourself, you might not have the necessary tools, no matter how much of an abundance you are or how much of a blessing you are. If you have not worked on yourself, you're most likely to bring in that trauma, unresolved trauma. So forgiveness is a two-way street. Forgiving yourself for allowing yourself to be in a situation, maybe you felt powerless at a time, and you might not understand that maybe there was a part of you that sensed danger and made you keep quiet, or you might have been complacent, maybe raped, you might have been raped. I know it's a very traumatic experience, and some people listening to this might have experienced it, and somehow might have experienced it for a while, and they're still healing. Now, I'm not going to tell you how to handle the issue of rape because I know it goes deep down. But what I can advise is this, okay? Try forgiving yourself and realizing that you are not the cause, because I realize that a lot of ladies, they blame themselves because it's as if we are put in this position where damn you if you are appealing and damn you if you're not. And before I forget, if you're a rape victim and you're watching this channel, you have to realize this. First of all, rape is all about power, okay? It's a kind of control over your body and a power play where it's a twisted mind game. Don't even try to make sense out of it. To those men, I don't know what to some people is different. It has nothing to do with a man being you being so appealing, because news have shown that elderly women, all this 80, 90 something wrinkled, and I know there are some women that are hot mama, no, I mean wrinkled and not even kept. Okay, last year, was it 2 years ago before the COVID, a woman was raped in the bus, and she was how much? How old? 75. Okay, children 2 years old have been raped. It has nothing to do with you being so appealing. So you have to understand this. Stop blaming yourself. Okay, those are myths. Those are the things helping to empower misogyny, to empower men ego, and to keep you down, to make you always resent your body. And your body is sweet, is precious. It bet this word at large. Okay? So no one should ever take that power away from you. So it's in this situation. So what part of the reason I'm starting this channel is to help we women accept ourselves. Okay, and I won't say empowering, because we women, we have always been empowered. The society made us forget who we are. The doctrines, our background contributed to it. Dogmatic preachings contributed to it, but we have always been powerful. The world knows it. Your pastor knows it. Your husband, men know it. Okay, you know it deep down, especially when you come up from heartbreaks that were so haunting and taunting. You come out of it you come out of it with not much scars. You dust off yourself, ready to move on. That is the magic in you. You bring up things out of nothing. Something as basic as cooking, that's the magic in you. So we have all these powers in us, always have been that powerful, and always will be. So you being in that situation, you feeling like you being angry and mad at yourself for being a victim, or for not being in a position where you were able to defend yourself, you have to realize that in life, just that sometimes life happens. Okay, now you being aware of it makes you 80% the victor here. Now the remaining victory is from you making informed decision and recognizing that you have all the power you need. All you needed to have known is to be aware of your power and understand you are not the powerless and fragile. Yes, sometimes you might be fragile and you should embody it too in that moment. Okay? But you are not the always fragile and helpless girl. Alright? So forgiving yourself is necessary, and also take another step, seek therapy. And I don't mean going to your pastor, because sometimes all these pastors, I'm sorry to say, they are not educated enough, they are not aware enough. Okay, look for any therapy, look for that. And I will recommend some books. Okay, Practically Shameless is one good book. Women Who Run with the Wolf is another good book. Read it. Okay, because there are some books that help you, and I'm aware that not everyone can afford therapy, or some people are scared, because in this community, in the black community, we are scared of therapy. There's just the stigma with it, we attach to it at the back of our mind, and we are the community that need of this therapy the most. We are the community in need of it the most. But I just want to say that I know there are a lot of stigmas, and I know sometimes in society, especially when you go to media, there are a lot of shame attached to victims of rape and all, or abuse or violence. You have to realize that you're stronger than you know. And I know this word sometimes might not be there, but you are really stronger than you know. And you might feel like you're alone, you're not alone. Okay? So yeah, find it somewhere to forgive yourself. Find it in your heart to forgive yourself. Another important thing is journaling. God no, I feel like a hypocrite, because even I am not that into journaling, but I try sometimes. Write down things that you feel like you have done to yourself that make you feel powerless. Write them down. Then use another paper. That's in case you don't know how to journal. Then use another one. Affirm what you want. Affirm the things you want to do. Know why you are entering this journey, why you're starting it. Because you need a reminder. Affirm all those things, because whatever you really affirm, we underestimate ourselves, really. But don't worry, stick along with me. Together we'll discover this power of ours. And also write a love letter to yourself. A good love letter to yourself. Talk to your little child. You need to heal. Both of you need that. Talk to her. Let her know you are here for her. And forgive the person, because you need to move above it. If you have to vent. If you have to, I'm just saying, don't be so emotional. Don't be too much in pain, where you start having ideas and evil thoughts towards the person. And even if you do, it's totally normal. But don't act on it. And finally, try doing shadow work, because there are other channels that talk on shadow work. You can Google it. You can go on YouTube, look for shadow works. And you have to realize there are communities out there for you. Don't allow those dusters, don't allow those boys, don't allow the community, don't allow the society put you in a box and make you feel like you're crazy, and make you feel like you don't have um agencies out there. There are agencies out there for you. Okay? So thanks if you've watched it this moment. Thanks for listening. My name is Miss Elliot, and you'll be seeing me more here, alright? And I'm open for questions, because I'll be here to answer you. Okay? So you have a lovely week, and I'll be back. Just remember, you're stronger than you know. You are loved. You just have to find everything in you. Outside validation is just a plus, it's not needed. Okay? The only person who you need to love most is in the mirror. You're facing her, and that's you. Have a nice day. Bye.